Hello and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Sherry and today is Tip for Tuesday. So today I'm going to show you how to make Bisquick at home or how to make your own baking mix. But before I get started, if this is your first time here, you love food, you love fun, and you love tips and tricks for your kitchen, go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell and be sure to check the description below for details on how subscribing helps to feed the hungry. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this in a food processor. If you don't have one or you don't feel like dragging it out, you can also do this with a pastry blender. It's really, really super easy to do. So if you're like me, maybe you've ran across a recipe or two that you wanted to make, it called for Bisquick and you didn't have any on hand. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and we're going to start with 3 cups of flour. So this is all-purpose flour. And that's another really good tip, is how to make your own self-rising flour. So if you see a recipe that calls for self-rising flour, it's basically, you just make your own by doing all-purpose flour. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You just whisk that together and then you have some self-rising flour. All right, so 3 cups of that, 3 cups of flour, and then we're going to add in 4.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and then I have 1/2 cup of shortening here. So this is why we need to do it in the food processors, because of the shortening, or with a pastry blender. So I'm just going to replace the lid, and then I'm going to give this a pulse a couple of times. And then after I've pulsed it a couple of times, I'm just going to go through here with my scraper, and we're looking for any big pieces of the shortening, just to make sure that it's all been worked through. So there's a couple of larger pieces, like this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pulse this a few more times, just until that gets broken down. All right, so then we can go ahead and check it again, and that looks pretty darn good. So from here, we can just take it out of here and we can store this in an airtight container, and we'll actually keep up to 4 months. So I hope that tip was helpful for you. If so, let me know in the comments below, and I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next Tuesday with another tip. Bye.